準備は OK 新しいアニメみんなで見ようねレビューが光る心がドキドキおすすめ作品見逃せない
Welcome everyone back to otakusandgeeks.com. Justin here, back with more Winter Anime 2025 coverage. And today we are going to be reviewing episode 2 of an anime that I am so pleasantly surprised that I love it as much. I'm putting it up there in my top 5 so far of 2025, and the year's just started, but this one's really has me watching it and anticipating it every single week. And that anime is I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. This is episode 2, which is entitled A New Life. You can catch this anime on Crunchyroll. As always, I give you a brief synopsis. So without further ado, my friends, here we go. Saito and Akane secretly begin their new life together, but soon run into a mountain of conflicting lifestyle preferences. Can the two find a way to meet in the middle? And what I really like about this slice of life anime so far, especially episode 2, it's realistic. It's realistic because especially if you're a newlywed and you were date well in this particular situation they are not dating, they actually were forced into this marriage, so they have to they don't know much about each other at all because at school they've been bickering, they're always fighting and yelling at each other, so they don't even know each other personalities, their quirks, their pros and cons, their red flags, or whatever you want to call it. And what episode 2 does is brilliantly set that up by really showing you kind of like the beginning of marriage, especially if you were married. I'll put it this way: if you're dating somebody and you never lived together, you guys decide to finally get married, and now you're starting to find out all the quirks, all the pros and cons, and now you're just really learning about each other. Highly recommend that you actually live together first before you get married. That's just my opinion. But in this particular situation, we get to learn what their quirks are, what their pros, what their cons are, and how they can meet in the middle. It could be one thing as Saito believing. I'll just give you this one spoiler. Saito believes that you shouldn't be washing dishes immediately. The dishes should be stacked up before you actually wash it. While Akane believes that you should wash your dishes every single time you finish your meal, I'm pro Akane. I don't believe in stacking dishes either. That's just unsanitary. That's just me. There are people in there who just have a dishwasher. They just put it in the dishwasher and then they leave it alone. And once enough the dishwasher's full, then they turn it on. Me, I'm more of that. Just wash the dishes, get it out the way, so you don't have to worry about it later. So that's just one of the conflict that happened here. I'm not going to spoil the other conflict in here, but there are moments in here where I was just going, wow, this is such a realistic take at a relationship and how people really learn about each other and how can they kind of put those differences aside to come to some type of compromise and common ground. I thought this anime, especially in episode 2, did that very well. There's some other things in here that happened that I'm not going to spoil. Someone does find out that they're actually married, and they pretty much are bribing Saito about it. It just kind of blackmailing Saito's like, I don't, I'm not obligated to keep your little secret. You need to do things for me, and it's very funny. It's nothing like bad, like oh my gosh, it's like really darkness, but this was another stellar episode as well, with some really great characterization. Animation once again tends to still be solid, and the voice performances once again are also solid here. I'm keeping this vague because there are elements I do want to talk about, but this is spoiler free. But I will just say this: I like the way this is building up. It seems like if they do develop films for each other, which my writers' intuitions are telling me that it's going to happen. They really are. Probably by the end of the series, they will be a real married couple. But everything is happening organically. The more they learn about each other, the more they're growing with each other, the more they're building with each other. I think it's going to happen organically, and I like how it's not being really forced. Yes, it is a yes, it's a trope. Yes, it's an anime cliche, but this trope is working for me. This cliche is working for me. The characterization is enough, and the show's funny. I laughed a couple of times. yeah, Akane can get a little bit overreactive, and the way her mind goes into dark places, like with constantly accusing this guy of being a pervert for things that are just accidental, but they are also addressing things such as what's going to happen if a guy wakes up in the morning, and if you're a guy, you know what happens to us in the morning sometimes. It has to do with morning, and I'll just say the word rhymes with hood. So, what will happen in those type of situations where he's literally like, "Yo, you gotta be patient with me with certain things, and not everything is me trying to get in your pants and things of that nature." So, I thought they did a really good job with just really kind of giving us kind of that slice of life of what happens when two people who absolutely know nothing about each other are forced to live together. How can they come to a common ground? And stellar characterization on this point. This is Justin from otakusthegeeks.com. What did you think of episode 2 of I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in Class? Comment below, let me know. If you like what we do here, hopefully we earn your subscription. If we did, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell to stay updated here on everything ONG. I will catch you on the next review, my friends. Later days, peace and happiness to you all.